Okay, now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to be working on the front of this at the moment. I'm going to come back and do these thrusters underneath a little bit later on. So what I want to do is go into here, and I'm going to turn this into the front of our ship. Now, let's get my reference, which I've got on the other screen. Now, there's two interesting things here. If I just pull across this window, that's the model that CG Layer came up with. This is the design from Games Workshop. You can see there's a difference here. That's a portal, not a door apparently. Had a big argument with 350 kilotons earlier because I wanted to put some sofas and bean bags and dangly dice and things in there, but he said no apparently. So it's a very simple piece for this area, and as such I really need to be careful about how I put this part together. So what I'm going to do is, first of all, get rid of the other three because they're really hogging resources like no one's business. And their guns. Oops, wrong piece. There we are. I mean, I can reduplicate them again later whenever I want. Now, I'm going to get rid of all the pieces over here. Hide selection. And that leaves me just with the front and this part that kind of hangs underneath. So, if I hit F4 now, the process is a lot quicker, which is good. I'm going to grab this part here and change from local to view. Just bring this up a little bit. So about there. Right. Now, looking at this piece, which I have done now, I can't actually see there's any exit ramp or things like this, and it lands with these on the ground. So you're always going to have rocks or something stupid like that in front of it, which I think is kind of pointless. So what I'm going to do is collapse that, and that, and that. What are you doing, Chris? You're probably saying. Now, select here, backspace, because my design for this is to actually lower the exit portal. And, already I can hear hundreds of fans of the original design for Games Workshop's Monolith going, what are you doing? But this isn't a monolith, this is an obelisk. Connect. This is the exit area over here. And what I'm going to do now is grab this and insert it, just a small amount. About that much should be enough. Now I'm going to extrude it to about there. And now I'm going to extrude it again. It doesn't matter how far anymore, because what I'm doing is just building this kind of dummy area inside it now. Okay, and I've been told under no circumstances am I to put anything that even remotely resembles a sandwich bar and a mini bar and stuff in here. So what I'm doing is, I'm not even going to put a proper door on this, because apparently it doesn't have one. Just going to raise up the floor a little bit. There we are. And then over here, if I can just select this and do a ring and a connect. And I'm going to select here, do a ring and a connect and a chamfer. Right, what I'm going to do here, kind of look at this shape again. I want to build an adequate and suitable entryway, you know? A kind of real portal, as it were. I'll do -50 here. So I want it to look like, you know, our portal way is ready to open when we want it to. Oh, that's interesting. If you look, when I created those, I created that one in a kind of opposite way to the way I wanted it. There we are. Intriguing. So this one will be -50. Okay. So now if we look at this, we can start to remove a couple of polygons here and here, and select this one and this one, and do a little extrude, just a little one. Click OK. Now, we're going to have some top polygons on here, so I'll delete that one, and that one. There we are. And what I'll do now is just do a quick Control A and just weld those points in. And then here and here. I'm not trying to make it look like a slightly open doorway in this respect. I'm just kind of adding detail to it that I think is going to work. Delete there and there. Okay, Control A for the weld. There we are. And press F3. Right, now what I'm going to do, you see, is when these are closed, if these were to close together, they wouldn't be able to because of what I'm about to do here. So I'm going to chamfer these wide, and while I do it, I'm going to make it open. There we go. Now Control, whoops, and do it again. You Control A, do a quick weld again, just to weld our points together. Go into bridge mode. There we are. Good thing is this kind of matches in with these shapes we've got along the bottom here, you see. Ooh, you're saying. Well, hopefully anyway. You could be saying something very rude for all I know. Apply. Actually, before I do this, I should probably do that one as well. There we go. Apply. Okay. Now we can see here it's kind of thrown out that shape a bit. That's okay. This one's actually easy to repair, believe it or not. So just get rid of that, and that, and that. And then it's just a case of bridging. Not those ones. Hang on. Need to get rid of that piece. More one. There to there. Just check it to make sure it's flat. And then do the caps. Cap. Cap. There we go. Doesn't matter about the inside bit especially. Not unless you're planning on going inside here and all that's supposed to be in here is a warp portal. So You ain't going to be in there. Should have done both together, really. Never mind. Apply, and down about 0.4 odd. Try and get it to match up. There we go. So again, clear these bits off. And come in nice and close so I can see what I'm doing. Yeah, it doesn't let you bridge those bits, unfortunately. It'd be nice if it did, but I can understand why it doesn't. Okay, cap there. Right, and that gives us this shape here, which is quite a nice shape. Now over here, above, we've got to have a big decal going on here, which is going to be a lot easier to install as a texture. So because of that, we need to inset. So we're going to inset this by 0.05 and then bevel it back in. This should be pretty familiar to you by now. Of course, if you didn't use the same kind of heights when you first made your obelisk as I did, then, you know, it might take you a little bit more work, but it's not going to kill you. Right, now these bits. I know, you're not enjoying doing all the paneling, but it has to be done. Otherwise it won't look as good. Now the bevel. Another inset. And now another bevel. There we go. Now the next one. It's all about how we want the whole thing to look like it was built, because, you know, this race ain't going to be so technologically advanced that it's going to build this in one big injection molding process. I mean, their mind is zombies, you know, so they probably work at Ford. Ooh, I should expect a legal notice any second. Nah, I'm only joking. You know what I mean, though? It's like still going to be a factory constructed piece, even if it is a Ye Dark Arcane factory from billions of years ago. Okay, there we go. Hit F4, we can now see our maker's marks. Well, you can't, but you can once I apply that a bit better. Well, you still can't because they're around the edges. Right, now let's do some more detail up here. Oops, not there. And I'm going to pull this one out as a panel detail as well. I'm going to inset this by 0.15. There we are. Now I'm going to do a bevel down, an inset, and a bevel up. Now you see there in the middle something's gone wrong a bit, so let's find out what's going on. Didn't select it all, I would explain it. Insert 0.15, bevel, inset, and bevel up. Okay. So, I mean, you know, the actual bevels we're putting on here are incredibly minor. very hard to see, as you can probably tell. However, they are there, and they give us our first levels of kind of detail on this. Okay, now the top part here is also all going to be covered in decals. So before we do that though, let's just inset it a bit and just add an inward extrude and bring it back a little bit. There we go. Just a minor thing, however it does help. Now, over this part where I'm supposed to be putting these decals, I think I'm going to move the decals to up here, because down here I want to add some pieces that I quite like the look of. I'm going to start with a box. Bring that to about there. And put a length segment 3 in, not 2. Convert to editable poly. And let's go over here and just start adjusting it. What I'm trying to do is just come up with a decent shape here. Now, if I grab here and do a quick ring, I can do a connect. And then from my connect, I can start to widen it. Just a tiny bit there. Not all the way, so I'll just widen it in the middle here actually. And then here. Right, now I'm going to take this part here, do a quick inset, then an extrude at 0. So I just want to bring this down a little bit, like that. It's all about getting my shapes to work together. You know, we don't, I always used to call it kind of needless detail, but really it is a necessary, not evil, certainly not evil, it's part of what we do, but you're just going to be so careful about how you place it to get some good shapes. There we go. I mean, that's a nice shape there. And now over here, where this part is, do a little inset, a little extrude, bring it up, and I'm going to get this edge here just to intersect over that edge. Yeah. And then over here, so just bring it right in close, down a tiny bit, out a tiny bit too. Okay, and now we can just kind of move these shapes around a bit. Just start to make some different shapes out of them. And I'm just going to grab this and do a quick ring, connect, just so I can adjust the shape on this one. See what a difference it makes just adding in that new piece now, you know, here, so that I can now curve this over, which I couldn't do before, including kind of pulling it back a bit on this lip here. Okay, and now I'm going to go here and here and do an inset, because it isn't pipe work we're doing here, which is cool because we can actually get away with doing this because it's technically not pipe work. But what is it? Well, I don't know. Weird mechanics, flumes, whatever. Pathways, I suppose. Okay, now I'm going to select here and do a ring and a connect. I'm going to just bring my connect in a little bit like that. insert. Goes into there, so I'll just do a grow. Just to the point where it starts to go through the floor. There. Okay, now, again, because we're not going for kind of standardized pipes and things, I'm just going to mess around with the shape. Like that. Almost like a finger holding onto the edge, isn't it? Which is a nice kind of shape, really. There we are. Okay, and that gives us that shape there. Now in the top here, I'm going to do an inset. To about there. I'll do a little extrude, just a small one. Because I can now grab these parts. Just to there. And to there. Like that. You'll see how this piece, it doesn't really do anything. It's got no function. Again, it's a case of, you know, rather than form following function, function following form. You can decide what it does later on, I'm sure. Do that. And then with all three selected, wedge them over here. Need to bring these three a little bit closer in. There we are. Okay, let's have a look at that. There, that's much better. Okay, now we're going to add them all together before we add them to the main model, so attaches. Okay, and what we can do over here as well is you select these parts, here and here, you do an inset, and a massive one, just like that. And if we're selecting these both at the same time, that's helpful, as we want to be able to move these the same way at the same time. What I'm doing here is just trying to come up with a kind of smooth shape that I can use. It can be sometimes quite hard to grab that middle piece. There we are. Actually, it's a lot easier doing it this side, so I'll just do it this side all the time now. There we are. Okay, to about there. Treat them bridge. Now we don't want to make it look too round, because again, round doesn't fit with what we're doing. However, what we can do now is go in here and inset it. Click OK. We go right through the middle here and do a connect. Maybe two of them. We can now go and just do a small extrude. And then take these two edges here. And maybe these two edges here. Okay. That That kind of gives us that shape there. We don't know what it does, but it looks pretty nice. Now then, we can have some nice small, I don't know, little symbols in here perhaps as well. Go to our donuts. Go to local view. Line that up. Do an extrude on it. Give it a slight height like so. Maybe 3 like that. And then, I don't know. I mean, a rectangle probably. And if I change this width to 0.25 as well, and then change this to 12.5, that's a fairly nice height. And extrude. I'll just give it the same as before. Make sure I'm in local. 2 on this side, maybe 1 on that side. Because, why not? There we go. And that builds that part of the detail into that area. And now down here, if we're going for that kind of detail anyway, I'll select here and here and do an insert. Not a massive one. About there. And do an extrude. And 0.25. Same here. Extrude just so it adds kind of a little element that makes it look different. Yeah? So now it's starting to stand out a little bit more. So let's have a look at this upper part here. That all looks fine too. We don't need to add any external mechanics. We don't know how it works. We're not going to know how it works. If you do know how it works, all hail our new lords and ruling masters. Overall, that's a good shape and I'm happy with it. Okay, so I'll see you in the next part.